Hello, everyone. My name is Lan. I've been tinkering and modding with BattleTech for about past year now. Today, I decided I wanted to create a YouTube series to explain the basic concepts of modding to anyone who's interested in getting into BattleTech modding. Along with further down the road, I would like to go in depth into certain aspects or different things you can do with modding. But today we're just going to stick to the basics. I have played BattleTech, the vanilla version. I've played BattleTech 3062 and the RogueTech mod packs, which are great, by the way. The BattleTech modding community is made up of some amazing individuals who are continuously pushing the envelope in what BattleTech can be, and I just want to let that be said that they're doing a great job, and they should be recognized for all their hard work and labor that they've put in. BattleTech is kind of a niche interest, and it's good to see people making the games the best they can be. That being said, let's get into it. A lot of people who I've talked to think that BattleTech modding is difficult to get into, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed when thinking about how you would go about actually making modifications. Um, and a lot of people think that you need programming experience to start BattleTech modding, and I can tell you that I shared a lot of those same feelings when I started, and I can tell you that you do not. You just need common sense. You need to be able to read, and you need to be able to troubleshoot. All those things are things I've learned along the way, and you can too. So let's talk about what we need to do before we actually get into modding. We need to talk about a basic concept. So everything in BattleTech is defined by a JSON file, which is short for JavaScript object notation. You can consider an empty JSON file to be like a ball of clay. A ball of clay has no form. However, inside the JSON file, there are different fields and attributes which describe what that object is, which gives it form. And it describes what the individual file does. So while we'll get back to that more in a little bit, but while we let that sink in, let's talk about what you're actually going to need to get started. The first thing you need is a code editor. So I would suggest getting VS Studio Code. I use that personally as my primary editor, but I also have Notepad++, which is also a good thing. And I use Notepad++ for troubleshooting. Okay. Next thing is you can use other editors, but it's worth noting that using Notepad is discouraged. You can cause problems with that, and just don't do it. So once you have the code editor installed, let's talk about potentially having a way of backing up your project. So let's say for instance you're modding for BattleTech 3062. Let's say you have that BattleTech 3062 and you want to make a tweak to your files, right? So whenever that mod pack updates, you are going to lose those changes you made. So it's good to have a folder, or if you, like me, you have a GitHub. And I use GitHub Desktop. So whenever I make changes to folders or files, I drop them into the GitHub folder and I push it back to the cloud. So it's always safe, because I can tell you firsthand that making mistakes and then fucking things up so badly you don't know what to do, having a place to restore to is a good thing to have instead of having to redo all your work from scratch. Okay, so um so if you have GitHub, great. If you don't, awesome. So this is the first of 5 videos for vanilla BattleTech modding. I will cover more in-depth things down the road. Sorry about that. I had a tickle in my throat. So the first thing we want to understand is BattleTech's data structure and where to find files for BattleTech and how to deal with them. So the first thing you do is you're gonna open up your file browser or your window explorer, and you're gonna go to Steam. You're gonna go to Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common. You're gonna go to BattleTech. Okay, so when it comes to BattleTech modding and where you find all the things you can edit, you go to BattleTech Data. This is for vanilla BattleTech, by the way. You go to streaming assets. The important folder here is data. Okay, inside here you can see a bunch of bunch of folders here, but the most important ones we're gonna want to focus on here are we want to work with the ammunition box, these two, and we're also going to focus on upgrades and chassis and mech, and then weapons. Those are the ones we want to focus on. So, um, so for instance, let's say that you wanted to change something about the AC-20, right? So you go down to weapons, open up the weapon folder, pick, let's just say a stock AC-20. So it's going to bring up VS Studio Code here. And we're going to go through what a JSON, this file is a JSON file. We're going to go through, just get a little basic exposure to what that looks like, and in the future video or next episode we'll start going through each individual fields. So let's say you just wanted to change the damage to, let's just say you wanted to make it 200. Not, I don't know why you would, but you could change damage from 100 to 200, right? Hit save. Bam, done. You made your first modification. Congratulations. Wasn't that hard, was it? So that is just the basic concepts of JSON editing and getting familiar with BattleTech's vanilla data structures. And we'll go over these topics more in depth in the next episodes. I hope you guys like this video. I'm really not into making YouTube videos, so I apologize if I sounded disjointed. But we'll continue this on in the next episode. If you liked it, I would love to hear community feedback on these videos. So until next time, I'll catch you guys then. Bye.